In golf today, everybody wants to pick up more speed, but the problem is when we go for more speed, a lot of time we're losing control. So today I want to show you how to pick up distance with your driver without increasing your swing speed. The way we do that is by controlling our launch angle and our backspin. If you look at this chart here, this shows what launch angle and what backspin you need to maximize your distance, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Let's jump in. I'm going to hit a couple drives, see what my swing speed is, and then we can adjust from there. All right, so looking at those numbers, I'm between 100 and 105 range. So you can see I want to be 12 to 12 and a half launch angle, 23 to 2400 backspin. Now I'm going to show you how to get there. By the end of this video, you're going to be hitting it 20 to 40 yards longer than you have with the same swing speed. Let's get a baseline for my launch angle here. All right, we can see I'm a 9.2, so I'm a few degrees lower than where I want to be on my launch angle. Easiest way to increase launch angle is just raising up that tee height. So I pulled that tee up a little bit. I'm going to swing again. I'm going to see where we're at. I like to look at the tee height as a macro adjustment. So once we get a little bit closer to our ideal launch angle, we want to switch over to tip number 2 for launch angle, which is the ball position in your stance. As I move the ball further forward in my stance, the club head is moving more up at the ball, and that's going to increase the launch angle a little bit. Let's see if we can get that up a little bit more. Okay, 21 degrees, that's too much. Let's try to tone that down a little bit. So there we see we have a 12.4 launch angle. That's right where we want to be. So those two things are going to be the easiest way to adjust your launch angle, your tee height and then your tee position in the stance. All right, and the third thing you can do to adjust that launch angle is adjust your spine tilt. So the further angled like this you are, the more steep of a launch angle you're going to get, and the less tilted, that can decrease your launch angle for you. Let's move on to spin. I'm going to hit one. Let's pull up the chart and remind ourselves what spin rate we're trying to achieve. So here, 23 to 2400 is what we're shooting for. Let's see where we're at. We're at 1900 spin there. 1900 is a little low. Okay, so number one is where on the face are you striking the ball? To increase the spin rate, you can go a little lower on the face. To decrease the spin rate, you can go a little higher on the face. So if your spin rate's too high and you're hitting low on the face, great. Move that up on the face. That'll decrease your spin rate and hit you on the sweet spot. If your spin rate's too low, but you're hitting the sweet spot, we don't want to move that down on the face. So the second way to adjust your spin rate is your club path. If you're coming more out to in, that's going to increase your spin rate a little bit. More in to out tends to decrease the spin rate. I'm going to try to go not so far into out, try to straighten it out a little bit and see if that increases our spin rate where we want it. So that's number 2, adjusting for a draw path or a fade path. That'll increase and decrease your spin as well. Now the third tip I have, and the final tip for adjusting your backspin, is going to be the angle of attack. And that goes back to what we talked about on the launch angle, which is the ball position when you're swinging. So when I have the ball near the front foot, that's going to be an upward angle of attack. That's going to be less spin. There's my arc. So the ball's in the front, upward angle of attack, less spin. If I move it back in the stance, then the club head's coming down on it on that arc, and that's going to result in more backspin. So this can make a huge difference in your carry. As you've watched these stats change, once I optimized, I went from 220 carry all the way up to 270, 280 carry. So this can make a huge difference for your driver distance. Try it out. Let me know in the comments how it goes for you. And if you are hell-bent on increasing your swing speed, I recommend this video right here. The Bobby Jones swing. When I switched to that, it added 5 miles an hour to my swing and it felt easier and softer. Check out the Bobby Jones swing, that'll add swing speed. If you like this kind of information that I'm sharing, please hit that subscribe, follow me, let me know in the comments what you like. I'm trying to grow this channel, I'm trying to work my handicap down to scratch, and I would really appreciate your help. Hit them straight.